Hello. I'm going to sit this side today. Hi. Woo.
Hello? On this side.
Hello.
Hi. My question is actually, I saw your video yesterday from Fast Packs. So my question is, if you had to fight with one person, would you rather fight with Regina Mills or with Rumpelstiltskin?
Would I rather fight?
Well, yeah, on the same team, not against.
Or fight with? I'd rather fight with Rumpelstiltskin. He's the dark one. He's like all powerful. So I'd rather.
Isn't he your arch enemy in the show?
Whatever. He's strong. If we're picking teams, then whatever.
Yeah,
I'll pick Rumpelstiltskin. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
If your life would be made into a movie, who would play you?
Me, because I need work. So, and I think I know the character, so I think I'd be good at.
Okay.
If I had to pick somebody else, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Colin.
Hello.
Hi. I have two questions for you. Your music album. When can I buy those 600,000 copies?
600,000 copies?
Yeah, I'm still waiting. You said I had to buy all of them.
I better record something then, hadn't I? If you're going to buy 600,000 copies. It costs €10 a copy, just so you know. Whatever it's going to be.
I don't care.
Okay, good. Sold.
I can sell them.
Okay.
Next question is, if they do ever a new movie of Star Wars, which character would you play? And don't say Chewbacca.
Han Solo.
I knew it. Thank you.
Yeah, nice.
Have you done acting in theater?
Do I like acting in theatre? Yes. I used to do a lot of theatre when I was younger, and I used to love it. But it's very scary, because there's a lot of people, and you're on stage. So, it's like this.
You actually played in Belgium, right?
I did a play, I did a theatre show in Belgium about 15 years ago in Ypres. Yeah. So I did it, I was here for about a week, 2 weeks in Belgium. So I had a lot of Belgian beer.
She's just starting out in theatre, so that's why she had to ask the question.
Well, stick with it, and I hope you do really well. And thank you very much for coming. It was nice to see you.
Hi, Colin. I have two questions for you.
Yes.
But first of all, I want to say that one of the best days since I left my town and came to Europe was last month when I saw you sing with Paddy Cassie.
I know, I remember.
You remember?
Yep.
No.
It wasn't that long ago. I remember.
I want to know about the song you sang that day, like the name of the song, how was the process to write, if you have any stories behind.
So for people who don't know, I sang at a gig last month with a friend of mine, and I did a song that I'd written about my son with a different friend called John Bryant in Canada, and I don't have a name for it yet, and it was amazing to get to, because John and I are good friends, so it was nice to sit down and write a song with him, something that was very personal. And if you haven't heard it, then this doesn't make any sense to you.
It's amazing. I really hope you drop it now soon.
Thank you.
And the second question is that day you told me that you think some words that Brazilians say is funny, like iPod and hot dog.
Oh yeah.
I think it was Alice Braga who told you that?
It was Alice Braga when I did a movie called The Right, and she is Brazilian.
Yeah, I was wondering if you still have contact with her, and if she told you more things about Brazil, that like places you should visit and you haven't, these kind of things.
I sometimes, thank you very much. It's my coffee. I didn't expect it to be brought out. Thank you. I haven't spoken to Elise in a while, but we were in touch. And for people who don't know, Elise Braga is one of the most amazing actresses out there, and she's Brazilian. And do I like to travel? Or in Brazil?
Yeah, if she told you about some places that you want to go.
Well, I've only been to Rio, and Elise is from Sao Paulo, I think, so I'd like to go to Sao Paulo. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, coming back on the Star Wars question, I want to know why you want to be Han Solo.
I mean, like...
Yes, I know, but...
Because he's the best character in Star Wars?
Probably.
Somebody just went, yes, he is. So I think Captain Hook was kind of a little bit like the Han Solo of Once Upon a Time.
Okay, second question. If you can cosplay for one day, which person would you like to be and why?
Cosplay?
Yes.
I would want to be Eric Draven from The Crow.
And why?
Because it was one of my favourite films growing up, and I always wanted to play the character of The Crow.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't really have a question, but I'm one of Sean McGuire's students, and he asked me yesterday in our weekly class if I could say hi to you, so
hi
from Sean.
Sean messaged me this morning telling me to say hi to you.
Well, thank you.
So,
he said he was going
hold
to.
on, I can tell you exactly what he said.
Oh God.
This is from Sean McGuire this morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. Are you off to Gent tomorrow? One of my students says she's meeting you at the convention. And I said, well, I'm here, blah, 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 blah. And he said, you don't want to hear all this. This isn't for you guys. Blah, blah, blah. She said, have a great time at the convention. Look out for a young lady called Emma Van Dam.
Hi.
You. Very sweet student, about 17.
That's indeed true.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
Well, can everybody say hi to Emma Van Dam for me?
Hi. And hi from Sean.
That's from Sean McGuire. So
Yes.
I'm sure that's going to be on the internet. See, Sean, I said hello.
We mentioned you in our class yesterday.
Oh, did you? What did you say?
He was like, he kept telling us how amazing you are and how fantastic you are and how much he misses you, and he kept going on and on about it. It was really funny.
Well, it's not funny, it's true.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
He's not wrong.
No, obviously not.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Thank you, you too.
Hi, I have a question.
Yes.
What was your favorite season from Once Upon a Time?
I think the second season, which is the first season I'm in.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite season because I come into the show and I make it instantly better.
That's true.
And I get to play a villain, which I really enjoyed. So, by the way, I think your costume looks amazing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have a good day.
And you too.
Hi. First of all, it's amazing to meet you in person. I really love your character in Once Upon a Time.
Thank you very much.
My question to you is there a character on the show that you really couldn't work with well?
That I couldn't?
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer that. Somebody asked me that yesterday, and I'm going to stick with it. It's actually no, I'm going to change my mind. It's the it was the giant troll. He was very demanding on set, and I didn't like it. So yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, don't ask questions like that. I can't answer stuff like that.
My question is, you have an accent. How did you get rid of that accent?
Well, I don't think I have an accent, but I think people do think I do have one. I grew up watching British TV and American TV, and I always loved doing accents as a kid. So it's not that difficult for me to sound like this and get rid of my own accent and have to sound like Hook, which is very British and completely different than the way I sound. But, you know, by the same token, it's okay for me to sound like this, like I'm American, and that's fine too. So it's just one of those things where you get used to changing your voice. Also, you know, Irish accent can be difficult for people, so you have to learn how to sort of tone it down a bit for people.
Second question. I don't know the song you talked about. Can you give us a sneak peek?
No, I can't. No, I don't have my guitar. No. So, I need my guitar because I hide behind it. Thank you.
Hi Colin, first of all, thank you so much for coming here. We appreciate and love you for it. My question is, you as a musical man, what was your reaction when they told you they were going to do a musical episode on Once Upon a Time?
Oh, I was delighted. Yeah, we all were. We all couldn't wait to do it. It was, you know, it was just a great experience. It was a lot of fun, and they kind of told me that my song was going to be a Queen-inspired sort of song, of a pirate shanty kind of thing. I was all up for it. It was great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so the first question got ripped right in front of me. So the second thing is actually a joke, if I could.
Yeah, go for it.
Why is pirating so addictive?
I don't know why.
Once you lose your first hand, you're hooked. And I'm a giant fan.
That's very good.
You're an amazing person and just wow. That's really all I have to say.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I like that joke. I'm going to steal that one.
You may.
Thank you.
Hi again. I have two questions. What advice would you give to your younger self?
Relax. Things will be okay.
Understandable. The second question, do you have any advice or wisdom for someone who isn't sure where their life is going right now?
Oh, that's a big question. Relax. Things will be okay. Seriously, I think sometimes it's easy to put too much pressure on yourself to have to achieve something amazing by a certain age or whatever, and sometimes that doesn't happen, and that's okay. It's more important that you try to be happy and make the world a better place, I guess, in some way. I don't know, just it's important to try to be happy and whatever, make yourself feel comfortable and content in whatever that is for you. I don't know, I'm an actor, I'm not a guru or anything. I don't know.
It's okay, it's beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi. I don't know if it's been asked because I was a little late, my apologies. But
you were late?
Yes, sorry! I was running, but yeah, I'm sorry. Did you take anything from the set from Once Upon a Time?
Well, nobody asked me that today, so you're okay. Did I take anything from the set? The official things I can say that I took from the set are my costume and my hook and my sword. And yeah, and my jewellery. I've got all my jewellery as well, so yeah, no, I have all those things at home, which is great, but I don't wear them anymore.
You should.
I should walk around my house dressed in my full Captain Hook outfit, crying into my eyeliner on my own. Yeah, they're the things I've kept. Thank you.
Hi Connor, so two questions. Which persona did you like most, like the villain Captain Hook or the good Captain
Villain.
Hook? Okay. And then from your second half, which Emma Swan did you like, the black swan or the white swan?
Black swan.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, it's amazing to have you here. And my
Thank you.
question was, if you weren't an actor, what would you like to be or do for a living?
I was going to go, somebody asked me that yesterday, and I was going to go to art college. So, but I was going to do animation or model making special effects. So I think I probably would have been involved in film industry somehow. But that was sort of what I would have liked to have done, I think, if I wasn't an actor. But I'm happy I'm an actor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I've got 2 questions. The first one is filming the right stuff. The scene in the bar where you throw the glass over your shoulder. Did you ever catch the glass?
Yeah.
Okay.
I caught the glass a load of times. Yeah.
But it was supposed to crash down.
Yeah, it was written that I break it. So there was, I think it's in the first episode. For people who don't know, it's a show I did called The Right Stuff, where I played an astronaut called Gordo Cooper on Disney Plus. You can watch it today when you go home if you haven't seen it. And so there's a scene where I toss a glass over my back and I catch it. And so in the first episode I'm in, I catch it and it's part and parcel of the thing, but then later on in another episode he gets frantic and he intentionally breaks it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I caught it quite a lot.
Okay.
Because I'm just very cool, I guess.
Yes, you are.
Thanks very much. But,
okay, and the second question is actually from my friend Caitlin. If you were stuck in a zombie apocalypse, which 3 Once Upon a Time characters would you want on your zombie fighting team?
Rumpelstiltskin, just because he's all-powerful, and I guess, well, I'd have to pick Emma, wouldn't I? Because she's like the savior.
Yes.
So it's in the name, you know, she'd save us all. Okay. Although Prince Charming, maybe. I don't know. Or Robin Hood, I have to say Robin Hood because Sean's going to see some of this. So I'm going to stick with Rumpelstiltskin and Emma Swan.
Third one, you can get 3.
I can pick another one?
Yes. You and 3 others.
Who else would I pick? Oh, Cora.
Oh, great choice.
Yeah, Cora.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi. You're amazing, and in the musical episode of Once Upon a Time, you sang a song. Can you sing it for us?
Just as soon as you said musical episode, I knew you were going to ask me to sing.
Please.
I had to sing yesterday too. My dear Prince and Princess, your offer is meaningless. Don't mean a damn about your rank. Don't give a damn about your rank. That's what it is. But that's all I'm going to do. Gold in your sack, what it is worth, Jack. I can make you fools go up the plank. Don't cheer that, please.
Hi, Colin. I just wanted to ask you, what has inspired you to become an actor? Was it a play you saw, or a movie, or an actor you admired, or something like that?
I joined the youth theatre in my hometown when I was about 15 or 16, and I realised that I could pretend to be somebody else. So that was what made me join, and then I was lucky to do a play for a night in the Olivier Theatre in London with my youth theatre, and we got a standing ovation, and I liked the feeling of it, and I thought, oh, I'd like to do this. So yeah, that was it really. It was just the feeling of being able to pretend.
I hope to see you again in London one day.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi, my little friend has a little question.
Okay.
Do you have any pets?
Do I have any pets? I do. I have a dog called Buckley. And Buckley used to come to the set with me every day in Vancouver. and he's at home in Ireland now, and he's getting old. He's 12, so he's getting a little grey beard, but he's still my best friend. Yeah. And we've got 2 fish, 2 tiny little goldfish. Thank you.
Hello. There is quite a lot of green screen action in Once Upon a Time, so I was wondering, was that challenging to do? Because you need a lot of imagination, I think.
The green screen was tough. It was tougher at the start because I'd never done anything like that really before. And the first time I had to do it was crazy because I didn't realise they mark out walls and stuff with tape so that you know that there's a wall there or that there's something else that you can't walk through, but the tape is green. So it's the same colour as the green screen, so it's practically impossible to see. So it was a challenge, but you get used to it then. We used to do it every week. Once a week we'd be on the green screen, so you get used to it.
Okay, just out of curiosity, the play 15 years ago, what play was that?
The play in Belgium?
Yeah.
It was a play called Walking the Road, and it was about an Irish poet called Francis Ledwidge, who came to fight in the First World War, and he was killed in Ypres. So, but he's considered one of the finest Irish poets. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question, and it's, do you like a crisp buddy? But if you don't understand, I've got another question.
Do I like what?
A crisp buddy.
A crisp buddy?
Yeah, crisp sandwich.
Like a potato sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't?
And the other question would be, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
I'm very happy living in Ireland, so I love it there. I like Hawaii, I like Maui. I loved living in Vancouver. I really loved Vancouver, so I'd say I'd like to move back to Vancouver if I had to go somewhere.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
It's not a question, but it's something I wanted to tell you because on the other question they asked, you said, I'm just gonna say it, Once Upon a Time really kind of saved my life because I was in a really dark situation back then, and I just wanted to say thank you for you and the actors who played in it, because yeah, it really took me out of the dark places I've been in. And
thank you very much. Well,
so I just wanted to tell.
Well done, and thanks for saying that. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think that's the one thing that one of the things I'm most proud of with Once Upon a Time is, like, there's a lot of people like that say that it's really helped them through tough times and stuff, and it's amazing to have been a part of something that a lot of people find so hopeful. So thank you for saying that. I'm really, and that's also a testament to Eddie and Adam, who created the show and wrote the show, and all the writers who worked on it. That's a thing that people have taken away. Even my first episode was exactly 10 years ago this weekend, and that was season 2. So 11 years on from the first season, people are still talking about how much the show meant to them and how it helped them through tough times, which is incredible.
Yeah, it really takes you to the fantasy world, so you can escape reality. So it's really good to have something like that. So thank you for that.
Oh, good. Thank you very much.
Hello. So, not the most original question, I'm afraid. But what kind of acting do you find more rewarding, stage or screen?
I think it's different. Stage is completely different because you do all the work in rehearsals, and so then you get to see the immediate effect of what it has on the audience that night, which is incredible. Or, well, presuming it's a good show. If it's not a good show, then it's not incredible. But with a movie or with TV, you don't get to see that, so you just go and you do your job, but you get to be. It's just a different type of thing. It's you know, with TV and film acting, you can be slightly more subtle, which is good because you can be more real, I guess. You can be subtle on stage, but it's a different type of thing. So they're both the same. I'm just glad to have a job, and I have it. So, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. My question for you, Colin, is what is your most dearest memory from your time working with Anthony Hopkins on the right?
My dearest memory of working with Anthony Hopkins. I mean, there's so many. He changed my outlook on acting in so many ways. I have two. One is the first day I met him, which was actually a reading with him before I got the job. And I was so nervous. So I gave myself I was there first before everybody, so I went into the bathroom and I gave myself 10 minutes to freak out. And I walked out and he walked in and he was filming Thor at the time, so he had a big beard. And I went to, and I was like, and the producer came in and everybody, and I was shaking, like really shaking. Because he's my hero and he's Anthony Hopkins. It's like meeting somebody that you've wanted to meet your entire life. And he just came up to me and said, hello Colin, nice to meet you. He said, he gave me a big hug and he said, let's just have fun. And I was like, oh. So then I was able to do the scenes with him, and it was brilliant. And then another one was we were on set and we were having lunch, and he said to me, he was in his trailer and I was talking to him on the ground. He said, do you want to come in and I'll show you my process of how I work. And for an actor to do that is like something, and especially somebody like him. And so he took me in, he went through his whole process. And then I walked down to God, I said, oh sorry Tony, I have to go get ready for the next scene. He's like, okay, and he stood on top of his trailer with the door open. He went, Laurence Olivier did that for me. And he closed the door. I was like, but it was just to have that experience of somebody like Anthony Hopkins describe to you how they work is, as an actor, it's just amazing. You know, he's one of the greatest to ever do it. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For my question, was it difficult to portray a character like Captain Hook when there have been so many other Captain Hooks before? And did you find your inspiration somewhere, or did you really want to give it your own?
I really wanted to make him my own, so I was nervous at first, but I wanted him to be completely different than Dustin Hoffman's Captain Hook. And I wanted him to be, because Pirates of the Caribbean was so big at the time, just leading up to me coming in, I wanted it to be completely different than Jack Sparrow, which I think a lot of people kind of wanted Hook in Once Upon a Time to be similar to that kind of pirate. And I was like, I wanted him to be completely different than that. And I was trying to figure out what it was that I could make different about him. And I wanted him to be really engaging. I wanted people to really like him. And there's quite a famous actor who I'd spent a little bit of time with, and I was like, why is it every time he walks into the room, everybody just goes, what is it about that guy? And so I wanted to try and bring something like that to Hook. And it's, when he talks to someone, he looks at them and he listens. And you're the only person in the world at that moment. There's nobody else. And that's what was really important about Hook, is that when he talks to you, that's it. It's just me and you know?
That really came through. I think we can all agree that if that was what you wanted, you did that perfectly.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Hi Colin, it's an honor to see and meet you. I have two questions. The first one is, when you became an actor, what was your biggest fear when you become an actor?
My biggest fear when I became an actor? Yes. My biggest fear was being in front of people. It's like, I was terrified. I still get nervous. Like, I get nervous coming to things like this, it might not seem it, but this is a version of me that's not like in my head. My legs are paddling and trying to get around.
I didn't see it.
I know, but that's the thing. Like when you do a play, my biggest fear is forgetting my lines on stage, and you know, being in front of a load of, and having people laugh at you and stuff like that. And, I mean, it's like anybody's fear, I think, of standing up and having to make a speech or whatever in public, and you have to, I think, sometimes take yourself out of the equation, and then you're a version of yourself that's not you, and that's, you know, but that was my biggest fear, becoming an actor.
You do a great job.
Oh, thank you very much.
And now my second question is, who is or was your greatest crush?
Who is or was my greatest crush?
Yes.
My wife.
Why?
So, yeah. That's yeah.
Is she more beautiful than Emma Swan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep it.
I will, I intend to. So.
Okay, thank you so much and have a great day.
It'd be really bad if I said no to that question, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, women.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Hi.
Hiya.
My question for you is, do you regret not doing something?
Do I regret not doing something?
Yes.
I don't think so. I regret not getting to do some things, but that wasn't in my power.
What was it?
So, I mean, there's a couple of roles that I would have liked to have played that I got very close to, but they didn't work out. But no, I've been very lucky to get to do the things that I've done, you know, and work with the people I've worked with. So I'm really happy with that.
And my second question is, what's your dream project to work on?
James Bond. But I'm too old, I think.
No, you aren't.
I think I am. I think I'm too old.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
My question is, from all the choices Captain Hook made in the series, which one do you think you personally would have made a different choice?
Killing a lot of people. Trying to kill kids. That's probably... I mean, people are looking shocked. That's what Captain Hook, he was trying to kill Peter Pan and all the Neverland kids. Yeah, I just think that maybe he made some bad choices by spending hundreds of years killing people. I think. I would have maybe made a different choice. But he tried to make amends for that.
And for my second, not really a question, more an announcement. Not really, but your character of Captain Hook inspired me a lot as a child when I watched the series, so he actually also became my first fictional crush.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Still got it.
So, thank you very much.
Good.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you know a few words in Dutch?
In Dutch?
Yeah.
I do not. Will you teach me some?
Can you say ik hou van je?
I suspect I know what that. Yeah, I guess that. Ik hou van jou?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Final question.
Hello, I'm Tiani, and I watched the show Once Upon a Time in 3 years. And my question was actually, how long will it take for you to make Once Upon a Time?
Well, we would shoot an episode over 8 days, 8 to 10 days, and then and a season would take about 9 months. because we did 22 episodes a season, so that's quite a lot. There's no kind of shows that do 22 anymore. So yeah, we would do it in 8 days, and that's quick for. We had a lot of visual effects and stuff as well, so you know, it wasn't a long time.
And what was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene? My favorite scene is on the Jolly Roger, my first time on the Jolly Roger with Robert Carlyle. Well, it's my most memorable. There were so many scenes that I loved doing, but that was it's the one that sticks to my memory most.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, again, put your hands together for Colin O'Donoghue. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.